Good day, God bless you. Welcome back, guys. My name is Zach, and this is episode 30 in the Self Mastery series. Guys, if you have been following along, it's been about a week since I went live, and I was finishing up a fast. My last video last week, I was on day 4, and I did end up completing a 5-day fast. Lost. Didn't really pay attention to my weight loss. I was up a little and down a little, so I'm just still struggling and going up and down, and I really didn't even care how much I lost. But I know I got down to 240 after the 5-day fast, and then I went right back to my OMAD, my one meal a day, and I went for a long run, and I got to 240 pounds in one day. But I didn't weigh myself today either. But I know I am back up. I went camping I had my 4 days off, and I just kind of cheated the whole 4 days off. I ate breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Ate sweets, ate ice cream, ate junk food, ate chips and fudge, and I can't even think of all the things I ate. Um, so I'm sure I'm up. I'm not up 10 pounds from last week, but I'm up something. So not too bummed out though, guys. It's just this is what this channel's about, man. Some big dude struggling to lose weight, and I knew it wasn't going to be a linear progress. Thank you, Angel. The commenter is thanking me for coming on. He's gonna have to. I have a feeling I know you, or do I not know you? I can't remember. If you're somebody I know. Can't remember if you're from the West Coast or where you said you're from, but thank you for always commenting and getting on there. But highly motivating to have people that are tracking along with you. So I was trying to think of good things today. I started out at 315 pounds back in 2016, where I really was like, okay, dude, you got to change your life. You got to get rid of this diabetes. You're an alcoholic. You're just not taking care of yourself. And from that, I am like 65, I'm like 75 pounds down as of last week when I hit 240 from that. So it's like, give yourself credit for what you've done and how far you've come. And I hope you guys caught my short today where I was just running some intervals at the gym. And my pace, my running pace at 51 years old, I'm really able to pick up my pace lately. So I think as the weight drops off, I'm only 2 weeks away from starting the official half marathon training program, and I'm gonna start another series just for those videos. They're just gonna be my training footage from. It's gonna be 3 training videos per week of running, either sprints or an intermediate run or a long run, and I don't know how I'm gonna document it all. I might have to go pick up a GoPro in the next couple weeks and just share some footage of running along the river or if I'm running on the treadmill. I usually do my sprint type workouts on the treadmill and my longer type runs outdoors. So that's coming a couple weeks away. So, but where I am right now, recovering from this setback. Well, for one, if you're going to backslide, do it quick. Get to the bottom of that slide and stand back up. So I really I had a 3-day slide, where I just told myself, and it was a pre-planned slide. Like I told myself, you're going camping with your family. It was just one of my cousins and my youngest son and myself. And we drove up north and we went camping and we just pitched in a campsite and we did some day hikes. And I got a little ill the second day and it wasn't as awesome and we had some rain and everything. But basically it was 3 days where I did not like hardcore stick to my diet, and I actually got sick just from eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Like my body's I actually prayed for it. It's like, God, if I don't eat right, just make me sick so that I don't want to do it. And I ate pork again and I got sick again. So I'm learning, and it's strengthened my resolve to just, why even plan a 3-day slide, like, if you don't think you can go. For me, it's like, okay, Zach, if you can't go camping for 3 days without sticking to your one meal a day and low carb, and then just don't go. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. Like I'm to the point where I'm not disappointed. I'm strengthened. My resolve is even better, greater. I got knocked down for sure. And I felt down for I felt fine up there. I was just like, I'm doing what I'm doing. But I got back and I was just like, oh man, I feel drugged down. I even think I have an empty. I'm just gonna show it to be honest. I have a giant bag of, well, it's folded up, but it's Cheetos and it's empty. And it was a big bag. And over the course of a few days, I finished that whole thing. And that's like more carbs than I would have ate, than I should have ate in a month. But I'm reinvigorating myself. I'm running hard. I'm training hard. Hit the gym a couple times today. Actually, first time I went in and just ran some sprints for like 20 minutes. I did like if you look at the description of the short I posted today on this channel, I ran like 4 100-meter sprints, which is really short, and then a couple 200s and a couple 400s or something like that. I wrote it down there. It was a little more than that. I just kind of scribbled in. I couldn't remember exactly what I did, but it felt really good. And I hit some bench press and some lat pull down, or I mean some tricep extensions, and just working my core, working my body, running. And then, I was back to work today, so I easily skipped breakfast, skipped lunch, had my 2 cups of coffee for breakfast, had some tea, had some water. I've been drinking warm water, kind of like not hot, not even hot, but just like warm, just like above room temperature, a little bit warm water. And it really seems to help clean you out and gives you that full feeling in your stomach and everything. So I've been enjoying that. And so I wrote like a huge page of notes for this video, and then left it at work. so so I just remember though I that what I a lot of what I wrote was I just wanted to talk about, hey, if you're gonna get knocked down, get back up as soon as possible. And for me, it was like, okay, next time you're planning a 3-day camping trip, plan to stick to your routine, plan to stick to OMAD. Like I feel so much better eating only dinner. And I know it sounds, if you've never done it before, it's like, how could you possibly feel better to be hungry? And it's like, well, for one, the hormones go away for breakfast and lunch, and you're not hungry. I'm drinking 2 cups of black coffee, which knocks out your appetite anyway. And two, I mean, you have a lot more energy. Your body just is full of energy. And when you're not bogged down from digesting food, you actually feel way better. And then, like, when I do go on my runs and my workouts, I feel a lot better. And, that's probably why I felt so good today, because I didn't eat breakfast or lunch. And then I went for a run at like noon and it felt amazing. I mean, I was running like 12 and a half miles an hour, which is not, I think it's like a 5-minute mile, but I was only running it for like 100 or 200 meters. But for me, it's like I'm over 240 pounds. Like I said, I don't even want to weigh myself because I know I did bad, but I think I'm about 245, 247 right now. And I'm going to drop right back down. I got to hit them 230s again. And I know it's going to motivate me to just drive on and keep pushing hard. So, um, something I wrote down there at work today too, it kind of hit me as like, I think a failure I've had in the past was like, okay, you fucked up. You got to go on a 10-day fast and you got to hit the gym 3 times a day, for the next, 8 days a week, 40 days a month, and just go hard. And it's like, well, then it's like, I bounce back too hard and then I fail again. And it's like, just go back to what you're doing. You don't have to go crazy. And it was part of the advice of a friend of mine. I'm in my text group I told you about. There's just 3 of us, and we just post some of our meals and workouts and stuff. And sometimes we'll just take a picture of our progress. They're way fitter than I am. They're younger. One guy's only like 30 something, the other guy's 40 something, and I'm 50 something. So I mean, the younger guy's really ripped. He could probably be a model. The other guy's thin and not as muscular, but very thin, or getting very thin. With he's probably lost 20 pounds since we've been working out together. And then there's big old me. So they do help motivate me though. And with something I said, that's it. I'm starting my fast on Sunday. And he's like, hey, you went on a little slide. I don't recommend, going right into fasting, especially right after messing up. And he was right. You want to prepare yourself for a fast in a healthy way, not fast as a punishment for a poor diet. That's exactly how fasting doesn't work. Like you want it to be, I want to use fasting as a reward for my efforts. And you're doing the right thing for a month, and you say, hey, let's do a 72, maybe a 5-day fast, and that'll cut you down and lean you out, and then weigh in and take some pictures, and you feel great, and it's all winner, skip the chicken dinner. So I took that advice and I was like, you know what? You just got to bounce back and go hard or go easy, but just go. And that was a big lesson I learned on this little backslide. And that's another thing that I motivated myself today because I have fallen off the wagon like pre YouTube channel, fallen off my diet and not got back on for months and months and months, and then jumped on the scale and like, shit, I gained 45 pounds, and I'm not even kidding. That has happened to me so many times in the last 20 years that it's just ridiculous. I mean, people see me lose weight at work, like people that aren't necessarily my friends, but just acquaintances and people I may know. And then I'll hear rumors, they're like, oh, Zach's losing weight again. Like, it'll be back in a few months. They've seen me do it so many times. But that's the difference this time for 2023 is, man, I'm just never giving up. And backslide for 3 days, but get right back on the horse. And especially I think is to just get back on nice and easy. Just do your thing. I was on OMAD. I did some fasting. I was staying low carb. I had a bunch of junk food for 3 days and get over it. Just move on. And I think it's very important to just not overreact. Like I said, love yourself. I don't I don't I don't define my body as myself. I'll just say it like that. And I think it's a big misconception. I hate to even bring it up on this channel. It's really not the nature of what I'm talking about, but um, the commenter is saying I'm going to crush 2024. Um, I appreciate that word of encouragement, but I'm going to crush 2023 still. It's only July. We got August. Let's say I'm going to the Philippines in November, so I do have big weight loss goals again to be in a lot better shape when I hit November 1st. So, oh, that was one of the notes for today. We talked about 218 earlier in the year when I was doing the 96-hour fast, and I was trying to push my way down to 218, and I got to 234 pounds. And guys, that was 4-day fasting with 4 days of not eating that great. And after 13 weeks or 13 rounds of that, I had still lost 36 pounds. It was kind of surprising to me that I ate not even good a lot of the time. And for the 4 days I was eating, and I still lost 34 pounds. I think the reason I did even lose the 36 pounds, I mean, well, one, because half of the time I wasn't eating, and it kind of goes along with the wealthy portion of the channel too, because that also means half of the days I wasn't having to buy food. I was saving because I wasn't eating double the amount of food on the days I did eat. So I was legitimately eating half as much food for 3 months, and it caused me to lose 36 pounds. And go just as far as body fat goes, if you don't know, 1 pound of body fat has 3,500 calories of fat, because 1 gram of fat has 9 calories. So if you multiply that by the 36 pounds, I was 100, I can't say it. I was 126,000 calories deficit to lose 36 pounds in that 3 months. So that's a win. That's a win. And the reason I bring that story up is because, I mean, I should have lost, I would have lost so much more, probably double or even triple that if I would have stuck to like a keto OMAD on the 4 days of eating. And to be honest, I probably would have lost double that even if I didn't fast, if I stuck to keto OMAD the whole time and just ate one low carb meal, less than, I think 25 carbs for me is plenty low. But just say for somebody where you're going to get tremendous results is just stick right at the 20 carbs and not even less. Don't even shoot to go less. Like actually try to eat at least, just make it 20 carbs. The only thing I'm really up in the air about right now, as far as like what would my perfect diet be, because I feel like it's OMAD. It's one meal a day. It's eating it between like 6 and 8 p.m. so that I can at least digest that food, because I don't go to bed typically till about 10:30, and I'm not usually sleeping till about 11. So that gives me like 3 hours to digest whatever I ate between 6 and 8, so that I can sleep on a semi-digested and hopefully even use the restroom and drink some water and in a comfortable physical state to fall asleep without because you don't want undigested food all in your stomach and your upper intestines as you're laying down when your body's meant to digest that food standing up and seated in an upright position. So reaffirming to myself then that 218 pounds, it's a hard push till November 1st, but something that's really good is my half marathon is October 21st, which I have to figure out how to get that day off of work because it's right in the middle of my work days and I don't have any vacation because I scheduled it all my whole year of days off. I scheduled right in a row, all in a row to return to the Philippines all of November. So but I'll figure that out as October gets here. So I got 2 weeks. I have 2 weeks of just my training I've been doing now is just some intermittent runs. My longest run I've done lately is 6 miles. And then like if I run like 3 miles, I can pick the pace up. And then like today I ran sprints. So those are the three types of workouts I do. Intervals, sprints, like interval sprints. So it's going to be like 400, between 400 meter sprints all the way up to like 1600, which is like 1 mile. So it's like one lap around the track or 2 or 3 or 4 and then rest. And then repeat those types of circuits. Like it starts off with 400s and then 800s and then 1200s and then so it's a 10-week program and then it peters it back down. So that's like one of the workouts of the week. The second one's like a tempo run where you just warm up for a mile and then run like at a faster pace than your goal race pace, but something that you can maintain for either 20 or 30 minutes if that's the tempo run goal for the day, or a certain distance. It might even be up to like a 6 mile run. And then one long run where it's actually just a slow run. You're not even running as fast as your race goal pace. So for me, that'd be like 11-minute miles. So it might be like a 10-mile run at 11-minute miles, or even, right around 11-minute miles. And then just try to keep that pace for that whole time. So those are the three types of training days I'll have for those 10 weeks. And I'm going to have a separate video series. And I'm really going to try hard to post videos more frequently. I keep saying it, but when I don't do good, if you see that I haven't posted a video in 5 days, it's because I haven't done good in 5 days. And that I've repeatedly done this now since the channel started. When I was in the Healthy, Wealthy, Happy series for those 102 videos, like that whole time, I only missed a few days, and it really showed that I was committed to the series and my weight loss goals and the 4-day fast and the working out, and everything was just flowing a little better. And I just have to get back into that routine. So this series, this is episode 30 of the Self-Mastery series. And it should be named more like Discovering Self-Mastery, like something like that. It's not intended to teach self-mastery. It's like we're searching for it. We're finding ways to improve ourselves and master ourselves and gain victory over self. That's how you're gonna lose weight. That's how you're gonna be in a successful relationship. That's how you're gonna become better with your money and more intelligent with your finances. And I think having your finances in check is such a relief. I don't talk about money as much on the channel because I wanted to in the beginning. I named it Healthy, Wealthy, and Happy because I thought at the time that that your health is number one. That's going to help you be happy, and your wealth. If you're struggling financially, you're not going to be as happy as you could. And it's kind of a reverse though. Like you just have to be happy, and your weight will come under control because you're happy. And if you're comfortable with yourself, and people mismanage their finances because of other reasons. It's not like, oh, they're terrible with money. It's like they're terrible with whatever's going on in their mind, whatever happened in their childhood, whatever happened in the relationship with their parents when they were little, and interactions with their siblings and their spouse as they got older. And things are influencing you that you're almost unaware of, that have been happening, that have trained you throughout your whole life. And that's part of this series, is to master those things and develop positive habits and destroy those old negative habits and figure out where's the shortfall. For me, I'm like, is there something in me that is afraid to like just be in great shape, like, because I would be if I didn't have just in this last 6 months. I'd be in such better shape if I hadn't repeatedly slipped up over the 6 months. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. It's almost 7 months now. Um, that I've been going pretty hard, and I'm only really down like 25 pounds. Which, by the way, if I only lose 50 pounds this first year, I talked about it right away in the Healthy, Wealthy, Happy series. If it takes 2 years to lose 100 pounds, so be it. And when I said it, it was kind of like a ha ha, it's never going to take that long. And now I'm like, it's more than likely going to take that long. And that's okay. Now I'm like, now I feel a little more comfortable about the results don't need to be overnight. And a matter of fact, if they are, it's probably because you did some crash course and you didn't really change your life and you didn't develop the habits that are going to keep you 100 pounds down. And so if it does take 2 years, it's probably a lot more likely that I'll keep it off and run that whole marathon next year. And that would just be a continuation of the victories from this year. So let's shoot for it though. Okay, so let's just say I started January 1st. When I weighed in, I was 270. So what is 50 pounds down from that is 220. So it's right in line with that goal of 218 so let me just, I'm going to say it again. I want to be 218 by the end of this year, and with November 1st really being a hard charging goal, because I'll be landing in Cebu City, somewhere around there. Actually, it's a 2 day. It's a long flight to get over there. It might be November 2nd or 3rd by the time I get there, but we are going to get there. We're going to get to Cebu again, and we're going to get to our goal weight, and we're going to get to our financial goals, and we're going to get to a more sound psychological state, and a comfort within, a love of self. I'm a man. My brain tells me I'm a man. My body tells me I'm a man. My emotions tell me my chromosomes tell me I'm a man. Um, just nature, biology tells me I'm a man. Science tells me I'm a man. And don't take this the wrong way. Stick with me, people. But if something in my mind, not mine, but somebody else's, believed I was a woman, um, that's okay. That doesn't mean I'm scientifically a woman, or this person or whoever feels this way. Doesn't mean you're biologically a woman or scientifically a woman or emotionally a woman. You don't have the chromosomes of a woman. You don't have the ovaries of a woman, but your mental state is that of you believe you're a woman. That's fine. Um, I think if we could learn to accept people for, if it's a mental condition, if it's a problem, if it's just a situation, I mean, fighting and arguing over these types of issues is just not gaining any ground on either side. And I say it because I feel in my mind that I am a fit, athletic man. But when I look at my body, I am not a fit, athletic man. So I hope you can get my analogy. That might have been a bad one, using the modern day gender dysphoria, or whatever it's called, when you believe you're the sex that you're not. Which is okay. You can be that. Just, is my point is, like, what you feel inside, it does not make you that on the outside. Physically anyway. But what you believe about yourself can affect your body. So we want to be self-aware. Be the fit person, be the happy person, be the wealthy person, be the healthy person, and your body will react that way. Like, look, guys, I haven't smoked. I've been tempted to smoke that e-cigarette off and on. I'm gonna say like 2, 3, 4, 5 different times ever since I threw that thing down and quit. And I haven't cheated, and I haven't smoked one. So that felt great. And guys, the cold showers, which is just super boosting to your metabol or your not your your immune system, your T cells, and your body's response to foreign invaders like different bacteria and viruses, and even I don't want to get into explicit deep, but even really bad viruses. I mean, your body can fight off some pretty severe things that even the medical community doesn't believe is even curable. And I believe, from the studies and the books and the research I've done, not only it's curable, but your body can cure it on its own. and it's about having a badass immune system. I mean, just looking at some of the information coming out in the Senate hearings lately, it's like they're starting to admit that 99.99% of the people that were admitted to the hospital during COVID were vaccinated. There's 30,000 unexplained deaths of all vaccinated people that died within 24 hours of becoming vaccinated that had no pre-morbid condition. So there's no explanation of how they died, and the CDC is just sitting on it like, well, we don't know how they died. And it's like, I don't mean to terrify anybody. If you're vaccinated, I mean, pray to God that that poison gets out of your body and that you can rebuild your immune system naturally. And what I'm promoting is cold showers. It boosts your immune system. If you don't know shit about it, then don't listen to me. Go watch the other video. It's been known for a long, 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 long time. But I'm to the point where I can sit there and even forget about it. Like just recently, just in the last month, because it's been going on. Well, it's way over 2.5 years. No, it's right about 2.5 years. And I'm to the point where I can just stand there and just forget about it. It doesn't even really like freeze my skin anymore. Or like I used to get like a brain freeze, or like it was too cold. I had to move around a lot and like rub it in. And now I forget that I'm even taking a cold shower. It's just a shower. I still take the hot shower first and, do all my soap and shampoo and rinse all that off with warm water, and then I switch to the cold shower. But I am thinking to not even do the hot part, but I'm not sure. So this video's dragging on a little bit. I'm about to hit a half hour. That's all right. I just wanted to mention, if anybody out there knows the exact amount of calories to eat, if they're even real, that would be something I'm interested in dialing in for myself. I know it's like, hey, eat light, eat in a short window, eat low carb. Even if you don't eat low carb, though, if you keep it in a short window, even if you pig out on tons of carbs, there's research has shown that if you eat within a 1 hour window, that the 23 hours of fasting can overcome even eating terrible, like eating 4,000 calories of Big Macs, as long as you eat it all at once in 1 hour. That you would still lose weight and still lower your blood pressure, still lower your cholesterol, still, there's so many videos out there that prove like all these medical opinions are just wrong. Like red meat raises cholesterol. And then there's a video, the dude eats only red meat for a month and his cholesterol goes down significantly, so it's obviously not true. It might be if you eat red meat in conjunction with, poisonous processed food, and then they test it and you're like, oh, this person ate more red meat, and then they don't count that he also ate more processed food. So these studies and surveys, and they're just always so subjective. That you really have to pick and choose what you want to believe and what the point of the study was. What university did the study, and then you got to look up who funded it. And you find out it was, let's say all of a sudden they say milk is the best thing for your body, and you find out it was funded by the American Dairy Association or whatever. There's usually a backdoor deal going on in those universities when they do these, different studies and research and to prove some point about either some food or some medicine. Look how many times I'm 51. It just in my lifetime, eggs have went from being the best thing to the worst thing to the best thing to the worst thing repeatedly, back and forth, back. Oh, there's so much cholesterol in eggs, which is true, but it's dietary cholesterol that your body can't even, that's not how your body utilizes cholesterol. It doesn't like you eat cholesterol and then all of a sudden there's cholesterol in you. Like, because I'm aware it sounds so dumb, like you'd have to do a little research of how your body even, it makes its own cholesterol. It doesn't make it out of dietary cholesterol anyway. And even if it did, I mean, yeah, it's just, you have to understand, like, you don't know shit. Like, you want to talk about nutrition and how food and what affects the body is, it's like, man, first you have to admit nobody knows anything, or nobody knows everything, and do your own research and see what works for you. Even a friend of mine, a relative of mine recently was even saying, like, even if you like, her dietary beliefs are even placebo in her own, even in her own mind. Like, And I even agree. It's like, hey, if you believe, let's just say cupcakes, like you believe cupcakes lower blood pressure, lower cholesterol, get you ripped, and and so you just eat one cupcake here and there, and as a placebo, it would probably work to lower the, because what you believe, your body is adapting to what your mind is doing is so crazy. There's just so much scientific research done in the last, I mean, even 500 years ago they knew some of these things, but even in the last 50 years there's a really cool studies have been done. So guys, just don't give up. I do highly recommend, the more I listen into Audible books, and if you don't need them, okay, if they're not for you, if I'm listening to some type of motivational Audible book, like right now, well, I just finished it today or yesterday. I just finished it today. The David Goggins, his second book, Never Finished. So like the days I listen to it, or anyone, I do a lot better. Like if I get up, drink my coffee, let's just say it's not a work day and I don't really have plans for the day. And I get up and I drink my black coffee and I listen to it like first thing, 7 in the morning, I'm already listening to there's just such a higher percentage chance that I'm noticing in the last 7 months that I'm going to stick to my routine that day, that I'm going to eat right, that I'm going to stick to my low carb, that I'm going to do my workout, that I'm going to, I'm going to read my Bible, I'm going to do my research, I'm going to be way more disciplined and dedicated to the cause on the days that I just did that one thing. And it's like talking about making your bed, and I'm obviously still working on it. I went live and I saw that big mess where I was like, nope, don't hide it. Don't even I was gonna hide it and lay it. I'm like, don't even hide it, dude. Like, you gotta be honest. This is where your life is at. So I don't know why my camera is a lot grainier right now. I think I just don't have good lighting going. So I'm feeling good. I'm bouncing back. I went all day without eating, and it felt great after 4 days of eating 3 meals and then going back to just one meal. I wasn't hungry for breakfast. I wasn't hungry for lunch. I felt fine. You get used to it. It's normal. And then I did eat some carb stuff for dinner, but I just kept it in a very short window. And it was mostly just because I was finishing up all the food we had bought for camping. Even, oh my God, I got to just be honest. The, oh, I can't. Beth's Fudge and Gifts. It was from up North Shore. I'm in Minnesota, and we're camping up along the North Shore of Lake Superior, and there was a gift shop we went into that had some fudge, and I just finished up a little piece I had. And so even though I'm sitting here eating junk food and saying I'm bouncing back, I am eating in the short window, drinking my water. Ooh, I can feel my mouth is a little dry, so I think I need to rehydrate after my run today. I got, and I'm only drinking the spring water. This is not the actual bottle. I actually filled it up out of a natural spring. And, I always brush my teeth with the peroxide, oxygenate my mouth, oxygenate my blood. I still trying to remember to incorporate more apple cider vinegar, but it just takes like 1 tablespoon in a bottle of water. You could even put it in here and just drink it all day. It's in there, and it helps balance up the acid alkaline in your body. It wipes out like what is this when you got a stomach ache, when it's acid reflux. It totally wipes out acid reflux. It wipes out people get gout. I've never had it, maybe because I've used that so many times in my life. Uric acid, you get gout from uric acid, which is a byproduct of like overeating protein and stuff. And anyway, that apple cider vinegar wipes that out. It wipes out the stomach acid. I had like acid reflux for my whole life until the first like 35 years of my life, because I figured out that I learned about the apple cider vinegar quite a while back, say 15 years ago. And after I took it just even once, like I never had acid reflux again. It didn't just make it go away that day, like the pills you take all the time, like the antacids. I mean, you just got to take them all day, every day if you have acid reflux, right? I mean, or drink some apple cider vinegar, and 15 years later, you still don't have it. So much better cure than just pumping medications in your body every day, all day. So you guys, Thank you for checking me out. If you're new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Um, I have one I have one member of the channel. If you join the channel, you can join for as low as 99 cents. And I'm trying to make more members only videos and members only content, but that's why I made it only 99 cents, guys. So you don't have to go over to Discord and you don't have to go through Cash App. You can just join the channel for 99 cents a month and it's just recurring 99 cents. Cancel anytime. It's free to subscribe to the channel if you want to do that. If you're new to the channel, I'd really appreciate you to subscribe and just, hit the notification bell, watch some videos, see if what I got going is something you're interested in. If you're overweight, if you're 10 pounds overweight, this channel is not for you. It can help you if you want to learn about fasting and stuff, if you're just 10, 20 pounds overweight. But if you're like 50, 75, even, 275 pounds overweight, this channel, this is really the people that I'm seeking to help the most, the people, because I understand, like I was 315 pounds. You could say, well, you weren't 500. And it's like, man, I was 315 pounds, very unhealthy, very poor diet, drinking like a ton of alcohol a day, eating almost only just shitty food, no fruits and vegetables, just eating like pizza and junk food and beer, and ready to drop dead at 315 pounds. So and then also if you're overweight with diabetes, this channel's for you, because I have completely reversed it with no medication, no shots, no pills. Cut out the alcohol, quit smoking, quit. Even caffeine can affect diabetes, and it mess with your pancreas and mess with your insulin levels. So there's a lot of things to learn about diabetes and how to control it. And even if you've been on the shot for, you could be full blown diabetic taking your shot every day, but just ask your doctor, if you eat zero carbs, would you need to take that shot? And your doctor will tell you, no, that shot would kill you if you ate no carbs. Well, if you're diabetic, your problem is you have too much insulin in your body. And so you're giving a shot which is more insulin. So now you have to eat sugar or you'll die. Do you not see the oxymoron going here? I mean, you should be taking no insulin and eating no sugar, and you would have no diabetes. I don't care how long you've had it. The fact that you can take a shot and you're still alive tells me your kidneys work, your liver works, your pancreas even works, because unless you're type 1 diabetic, if you're type 2 diabetic, like 99% of people with diabetes are, um, your pancreas works. It actually works well. It's over functioning to the extreme, like pumping out 20 times more insulin than it needed to on a daily basis. So knock out the alcohol and the processed food, and you definitely would not need a shot or a pill. And your blood sugar, check your blood sugar all day. When I first got diabetes and I didn't take any of the medicine, I was cautious as well. I was like, hey, I'm just going to eat steak, or I'm just going to eat meat, vegetables, nuts, a little bit of nuts, the low glycemic index berries, and low glycemic index fruits. So like the glycemic load, like carrots show that they have a lot of a glycemic load, but the glycemic index are actually very low. So like things like carrots and broccoli and apples, and like I didn't eat grapes and bananas and super sugary fruits. Like I ate strawberries and almonds and steak and chicken, and if you want to eat seafood, and anyway, like just 3 months of that and your diabetes will be gone, and you won't need any shots or any pills or any, you don't even need to work out. You'll lose tons of weight. Your liver function will come back. Like when I first got diabetes, my kidney numbers were out of whack, and it took a while. It took like 2 years, and my kidney numbers went back to normal, went back to the bun number. Can't remember. I think it's got to be, I don't remember the range. I was just out of the range when I got it. And then a couple of years later, it was like, yeah, and I kept it on my mind. Like, your kidneys are fucked up. You're going to die of kidney failure if you don't get this diabetes under control. And then, things like that can really help you out. Sometimes it takes a tragic event or, a more dire situation to get you to do what you should be doing anyway. So Those are the people that I hope will subscribe to the channel and watch all the videos. Hey, give a super chat or a super thanks right once in a while, guys. Let me know you care. I think you can buy a super thanks for like $1 or 50 cents. I don't even know. And subscribe to the channel or join the channel for as low as 99 cents. I have a $5 and a $25. Join the channel just for anybody that really wants to help out and help advertise. The channel is monetized, but I mean, guys, I make zero money, not even close to profitable. I still spend a little bit of money on advertising. And if you guys wanted to help out with that, so we can reach more people and help more people, man, if I could get one person out there, if somebody ever sent me a letter or sent me a note here that said, hey, I had diabetes and I watched your channel and I followed your advice dietarily. And, I went for a walk and I drank water and I didn't eat any carbs for 6 months. And I went back to my doctor and he told me, oh my God, it's gone. You better quit taking your medication. And you could say, I never took any of it. I handled it myself, and guys, that's just such a victory, such a wonderful reward for me to um it's part of life's happiness. Like when I was considering starting a YouTube channel, I was just really digging deep because I had my heart broken, back to back, like 2-3 years in a row. And I was just like, what's going to make you happy? What do you want out of life? And the answer that just kept coming back to me, and deep in my soul and my spirit, is just like, I just want to be helpful. I just want to help people. I just want to be a person that's like, that Zach, he was willing to give of himself and he was willing to help out. And I could, maybe a lot of the people on this channel don't know me personally, but I've walked around. I'm probably one of the poorest dudes at my work because I pay more child support than anybody I know. Because I have 5 beautiful kids, and I'm happy I pay more child support than anybody I know because it's very rewarding. My children are such a joy in my life. But I walked around with some $50 bills and some $20 bills and just asked people, hey, you need a few bucks to get by, and most people said no. And, some people said, yeah, and they took some money, and it felt great. So I'm not in love with money. I'm not in love with myself. I'm not in love with, I just want to be a helpful person. And yes, I want to help myself as well. I'm not some hypocrite that's like, hey, you're gonna give advice and then not do it. And it's like, no, I'm doing it. I'm taking care of my finances. I'm taking care of my health. I'm taking care of my diabetes. Taking care of my kids. We just got back from a camping trip with one of them. I got pictures of them hauling backpack around, taking 5-mile hikes around town, around the woods, up in the hills. Was wonderful. It was a little hot, but it was nice. It was nice. So guys, it's getting late. It's going to be time for me to start unwinding here in the next hour. I think I'm going to drink some sleepy time tea today because I'm feeling so comfortable and so relaxed. Got my sprints really just, when you work out and you exercise and you eat right, you sleep so much better, and your nervous system I can just feel it right now. Like my nervous system is just on cool down mode. You don't have that jittery poisonous food in your body, all the chemicals in the food, and it's just so bad. We just got to do the best we can and buy the freshest fruits and vegetables. If you can grow them yourself and drink water from a stream and grow your own vegetables and hunt your own meat would be the best. And so as close as you can get to that, the better you're going to be doing, nutritionally. And then walking, I think, is just by far the best exercise. Low impact. It programs your hypothalamus when your foot hits, and your hypothalamus cranks up your metabolism, and it tells you to burn a higher, burn more calories 24/7. To where you just have a ramped up metabolic rate, where your resting metabolic rate is higher. For me, like when I'm wearing my watch and it tracks my heart rate and my exercise and my calories all day long, it tells me I have a resting metabolic rate of like 2,400 calories. And then, after my workout, I can still eat like, usually it's way over 3,000 calories. And sometimes it's even over 4,000 calories a day, depending on like a day you went on a long run or a long hike. And, we're on your feet all day like I do at work. So that's where I'm trying to put this final piece of the puzzle together, as far as like, okay, I love OMAD. I love low carb. It works for losing weight. And then the part I don't know is just how many calories should I eat? Is it 1,000? Is it 2,000? Is it three? Is it 2,500? Is it 1,800? Is it 3,000? I really don't know. But I know the less you eat, the more you're gonna lose. But that's not always the best. Depending on, are you slowing down your metabolic rate? Is your brain functioning slowing down? Is your body slowing down your organs to preserve energy because you're not getting enough calories for your liver, kidneys, and brain and heart and lungs to all function at the high there, at a high capacity and a healthy rate. So we're gonna get it all figured out, guys, and we're gonna conquer ourselves, and that will be the greatest victory, guys. So hey, Jesus loves you, I love you, and I'll catch you guys in the next episode.